day's been, and then you can vent what your day's been. Oh, it's been crazy Looney Tunes today. Oh, yeah, that's how I feel too.
I know at 1 o'clock I put a out of office on my email,
Uh-huh.
and I took a nap till 5:30.
That's the way to do it. That is the absolute way to do it. Okay. Okay. I'm sitting here right now and I have an upset stomach and I'm a nervous wreck.
Did the tree fall?
Yes.
You manifested that. That's what Betty says. You manifest. Quit
Nothing. I
manifesting.
never manifest nothing because if I did, I'd be in a whole other world right now. I would not be where I am right now. So manifesting does not work for me. I'm the D manifesto. Oh my gosh. And now, unfortunately, I can see the other tree from my studio and he's on a ladder as we speak. I mean, I saw the clock and I go, oh my gosh, it's 10 till. And then I go, oh my gosh, it's 5 till. And it's like, oh dear.
You
So,
just now went live.
oh my, that's a long time.
Yeah, it kept saying 3 people waiting, and I was seeing you live, but it wasn't. It just now popped up that you were
Uh-oh.
live.
And this is, I've been talking for almost 2 minutes. We can't be 2 minutes lag, are we?
Could
That's
be. There's a
crazy.
whole bunch of other stuff going on.
Yeah. And I figured, well, I can come on and be a nervous wreck because I think everybody's doing other things tonight. There's a goober doober sales everywhere. So
Hey, Linda.
I figure everybody's going to be
Hey, Teresa. Hey, Luz.
elsewhere. So
Has
sweet.
anybody heard from Kathleen Roosh?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
I
Now that you mention it.
haven't seen her in a long time anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm not Facebook friends with her, so I didn't know if maybe.
No, now that you say it. No. Hey, Luz. There's Linda. Therese. Yeah, I've just been, ladies, I'm just here complaining. If you don't mind hearing me complain, uh, those of you that were with me yesterday at the live, no, this is an old one, Luz. This is 2014.
See what you're doing?
I know. I should put a sign up there. This is an old one. But yeah, I was just telling Susan that I'm a little nervous because if you were here yesterday, you heard about them, trimming some trees and cutting down some trees, right? And they're super close to me because, they're just right here in that little area between, say, here's the main house and here's the studio and the trees are here. So anyway, and let's say there's a fence right here, and this is the front yard, and this is the backyard, and here's the studio, and here's the main house. So one tree is on the other side of the fence that separates my area from the front yard. So there's a tree here, a fence, and then 2 trees. And then I have a walkway from my back porch of my house to my studio. Okay. And there's a tree here and a tree here. Well, the one that was here, it was getting way too close to the roof line. And you could see that it was touching the shingles and stuff like that. So we're going to have to, trim that back. And then my husband says, well, if we're going to trim it back, maybe we just automatically, he thinks, let's just chop the tree down. But they are very, very tall. I have a 2-story home with a very steep roof. So if you can imagine 3 stories maybe, and because it's an old Victorian home. So imagine that. So, and it's above the peak. So you're talking about maybe, 40 foot tall, maybe 50, a tall tree. So, when we planted it, it said it only grew 20 feet. Don't believe what those little signs say. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Nancy. So don't believe those little tags that tell you how big the tree gets, because they're basically lying to you. So this thing, all 3 of them got humongous. So my husband says, we've got to get this one down. I said, oh, I agreed. I said, okay, let's just get this one down. And that was like a nightmare yesterday, trying to get that down, not knock it on the house. And then we have another fence here and a fence. Oh my gosh. Anyway, one limb did fall on my little porch, on my little studio there, but it just knocked down the railing. With that, just insignificant. So that was easy to fix. Okay, so he did that one, and he cut some of the limbs. He cut this one all down, cut some of the limbs off of this one. I was going to come back today and go ahead and trim this one back. We're going to save this one, and then we're going to cut the one that's over here, because that's like over now the porch of the main house. So we're going to cut that one too. We're going to save one because I love to do my printing with my gum tree leaves. All right. So he's working on this one. And if you've watched when they cut trees down, when they're really tall, they have to, if they don't have the bucket to get up there and do it, which he doesn't, you have to cut them away, and then you pull them, and, you do all these things. You wait for the crack, and then the crack comes down, and then, if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. And my husband and I, when we were, stupid, we used to do that ourselves. I was the one that pulled on the tree, tugged on this big old come along thing on the tree, and then he's up there on the making the little notches, and I'm pulling, and that, yeah. So we know how to cut trees. We just don't physically think we're up to cutting trees. So we know how to do it. We know where to cut it. We know where to pull it, and we know where it's going to land. We've done it over and over and over. Because when you live in Hawaii, things grow so fast. You're chopping things down all the time. All right. So he's doing his chop, chop, chop. And then he's doing his tugging, right? Oh, yes. Susan doesn't even want to get involved. She's going to listen to the story. All right. So he's tugging and tugging. And, like, here's the tree, right? Here's the tree. Now, when you notch it off, if you notched it enough and in the right place, when you pull it, it only pulls, above the notch. Well, he's here pulling it with his truck, and the whole thing's going like that. And my husband going, that whole thing's going to go over in a minute. So he goes out there and he hollers at the guy to stop, and the guy stops, and Richard explains to him what's going on. And the guy goes, oh, no. I've done that 100 times. It's just going to snap, and it's just, yet. Okay. We've done it 100 times too, but that's okay. Hey, 911. And so anyway, so my husband goes, so my husband comes into the studio with me. I guess he wanted to die with me if it fell on the studio. So he comes in there, and then all of a sudden we just heard clunk. I mean, a big old clunk. The tree all the way down to the ground. Not even a stump was left. It just went landed on this fence, because the whole tree came down instead of just the pieces part. And I'm going, oh my God. Now, if you want to just pay attention to the rest of my story now. Now, that's kind of good news and bad news. The bad news is, I didn't want the tree to go, and it's gone, and the other 2 are definitely going down, which means I don't have any more of, that kind of a tree to print with. But the good news is if it went over that easy and broke at the ground level, there was something wrong with the tree. Either it I mean, and the trunk is about, yeah, I can't even bring it in. It's bigger than that, the trunk on the bottom. So it wasn't some little flimsy tree. And so we looked down the bottom and it just really like snapped. So that was my husband's main concern, was in the part of the country that we're in, we either have high winds or thunderstorms and tornadoes and all that stuff. So he was always worried because that tree got so big so fast that one of these times that we had some kind of an event, that tree would fall and more than likely land on the house while we're asleep and pin us to the bed. So anyway, so it came down. So good news, bad news, but it made me a nervous wreck. And now he's over here on this one, which I can see. I'm in my studio, right? So I'm looking out the window and it's right there. I can see I can see the big old tree. And he's got the big old ladder. And he's up there cutting. Oh, now he's not up there right now. Thank heavens. But cutting off all the bigger ones so that there isn't so much weight, and he's just stuck with the one big tree. So anyway, so I'm like, yeah, okay, so that's my story.
Hey, Nancy. Hey,
Hi,
Tamara.
Kathy.
Hi, Elaine.
And don't forget
Hey, Bernice,
911.
Monty, Kathy. Hey, Ann.
Hi, Nancy. Did I say hello, Nancy? I didn't know. I didn't say hello.
Can you scoot that magazine up so I can see the second one? Because I really like that lady. I think it has an article about.
Oh.
Move that magazine. Yes, Giglio.
Oh, I like her.
I like.
I
her
didn't even
too.
notice that.
I
like her.
Yeah.
Now she's a little, what's the word? Monochromatic, but I can handle that. I like a little zip zap, but she's a lot more monochromatic than I am.
Oh, Linda said one of her sons was at his dad's in a freak tornado. A tree fell through the roof and landed on the other side of the bed.
See? So it's not out of the realm of possibility. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, so that's been my excitement the past 2 days. And during all of that, I want you guys to know that in the mix of all that stuff that I just explained to you what happened today, I managed to get all of your stuff out, packed, packaged, I should say. Got your oops, I'm looking out there. I should stop looking. I got your postage and ran off to the post office. So all your stuff went out today. I'm very happy about that. And I'm very happy to say that only 2 people did not pay. So out of all you guys, just 2. So that's wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah. So obviously, with all that commotion and getting stuff out, I didn't plan anything for tonight. So I thought, ooh, let's put some pretty magazines out there. And look at some pretty magazines. Let's see what Katerina has. Let's just go. Oh, I like the lino cuts. Does anybody there in audience land, do you do lino cuts? About the close I get to that is when I do my stamps with the foam, like my Frida ones. Oh, is this what Anne has? Anne, is this what you have?
Has that?
Oh man. Woohoo. Although it's beautiful, it wouldn't even begin to hold, nothing of my stuff. My place is a mess.
2014, I think, and
this one's 2013. Yeah, this one's 13.
But for people who don't have a business, that's very
Oh, yes.
disciplined.
I wish this was for me. I really, really wish.
Of
That
course,
would make me
whenever you have company and you think you can close it all up, and it kind of looks like one cartoon where everything is just
I know. It would make me happy if I could. Well, even if I, and at one point I thought, well, maybe I just need a little corner space for myself so that when I go to do something, I have my space and it's organized and clean. Nah, that's not going to work. I already know that.
well. That's why I thought about one for me and one for Betty, and then I thought, no, that much money because I mean they're worth every penny, but if I
Yeah, they're not
build a
cheap.
shed, yeah, I could build a.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. Oh, look how cute. I made some little dresses like that, like little paper doll dresses, but with little fabric and paper together. Those are really fun to make. Way back when I had this this group where we did, fabrics and things like that, sewing. We had little cute swaps. We had little cute swaps that little dresses like that. That
Hey,
was really
Dawn.
fun. That was fun. Hey, son.
Yes, Anne said that's a challenge trying to close it up, and she doesn't have that much stuff. They are ridiculously expensive. I would think every little cubby would have to be perfectly in its place, and
Mm-hmm.
for it to close.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. No, I don't know.
Well, I think that's a perfect thing. Like like for instance, if you're just a card maker, so your supplies are very limited. You're not into all the crazy stuff we're in. All the mixed media stuff. If you just had different types of papers that you like and different punches that you had for your card making and a little bit of stamping here and there. I mean, that's a perfect spot for all that stuff. But you get us crazy mixed media people, and then there's just no room for all this stuff. It just gets a little too crazy. I'm the first one to admit it. Oh, look at these different pens. Oh, look how cool. They're doing lettering, but they made their own with just trash. Ooh, trashy calligraphy. Who knew?
Huh.
Like you can tell, I mean, I can't tell which food it is, but it's got like, where it shows you calories and here it has, contents. And if I read, I'd probably know what it is. See, I don't read. I just look at pictures.
Hey, Candy.
I'm just busy looking at pictures.
Yeah. I could look through these a million times and see something new.
Yeah.
Or could be my memory.
There she is. See how she's very monochromatic?
Yeah. Katerina Giglio. Yes.
Mm-hmm. See?
Yeah. There.
Oh, gosh. Goodbye.
Well, she got a nice spread up in there.
Yeah. In the old days, they gave you lots of space.
Well, they gave Birdsong quite a lot.
This is true.
She had like a whole section of the magazine.
I know.
Hey, CJ. Oh, CJ says Katerina lives there in Colorado.
Yeah, she does. Uh-oh. Barking. Ooh, encaustic. Okay, I've been mulling some things over in my head.
Suzanne?
So, huh?
I said, hello, Suzanne.
Oh. And, oh, gosh. I wish I had a curtain on this window so I couldn't see what he's doing. The sun's going down. The boy needs to go home.
Yeah, especially and since everything is nothing is new. Everyone just puts their own twist on
Spins.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like your foundation of things that people think are new.
Yeah.
Hey, Christy.
I think what would help, I mean, everybody's creative space is obviously going to be different. But I think even if you had a small space, I think to be able to focus on things, I think it would be really cool to have different spaces or stations for different things, even if it's just, a 12-inch by 12-inch area. But like if you're into, your stamping, put your little stamps over there. Or if you're like me, I like to work with encaustic. Well, I'd put, even if it's not the real encaustic, if you're just working with beeswax, have a little 12 by 12 little section where you have your beeswax stuff. And I think it helps you. I think for me anyway, what stops my creativity is if I have an idea, I have a plan, and then I waste all that energy and enthusiasm collecting all the stuff. And by the time I've got the stuff and put it on my table, I don't even want to do it anymore. So if you had your little stations and you just like pick up, even if it's a cardboard box, you pick up your box, put it on your table, and everything with that medium that you like to work with is there. And you can start being creative. And oh, look how cute.
But
Give
see, I'm
them,
the opposite. I want to sit at the table and reach everything.
but you can't.
What if? Yeah, I can,
How can you?
I
You've
don't,
got so much stuff. How can you reach everything?
but I want to.
Oh, you want to. Oh, yeah, what you want and what's
I need to get like
practical.
like when you go to the dry cleaner and they have those clothes on that rack that you push the button and it moves.
Well,
Kind
in principle, I agree with you,
yeah,
but it's just not practical.
that would
That's
be
why
perfect. Push a button and it all just
you want it on a conveyor belt.
yeah, kind of like maybe the luggage rack at the airport, the luggage pickup.
Oh my goodness,
But of
that's so.
course, by the time the
No,
stamp
I agree with you
comes
100%. And I am a visual person, so if I put stuff away, I forget about it. I don't think of what to do with it. So it's very stifling. That's why even if I do put things away, I make sure everything is in clear plastic. I don't put it in stuff that I can't see through because then it's really out of sight, out of mind. So if I can at least see it and then I have like a tag on it and like sitting right here, I can look at on some shelves that are over there and I can see right through and it can still help me and inspire me. And my paints, they're all in see-through things and you know, everything's see-through. And that works for me. Doesn't work for everybody. Jealous.
and those pictures are cool.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I hear a saw. Oh,
Yeah,
if I
she
go ahead.
Candy said actually Anne has the best setup.
Yeah, I mean it's at her fingertips. Everything is right there. In the zone.
What I like about Anne's though is it's not far from the bed and it ain't far from the kitchen. So she really
The two favorite rooms, huh?
stumble out of bed to the craft table or stumble in the kitchen for a
Yeah,
bite.
no, she says she finds new old stuff all the time, or old new stuff, or new old. Anyway, she's always discovering her stuff. And that's kind of fun too, because you got it, you bought it, so you like it. And so then when you rediscover it, you go, oh, this is kind of cool. Well, yeah, I bought that 3 years ago. I guess I still like it. Still likes it. But yeah, I think that's an issue for a lot of people is staying um, inspired, and being motivated. And I think For some, I mean, some people, thrive in chaos, but most of us don't. I kind of like semi chaos. Um,
Well,
and so
you
we've
could
got,
be organized, which I can't.
what's that?
If you can be organized, which I can't. That's like the
Mm,
other day. I was looking for something, and we have like a um I don't know. It has drawers, and the TV is on it in the den. So I was
mhm,
looking in that drawer because that's where I keep all of my vape batteries and my tanks and just the stuff to do with my vape.
mhm.
So I opened up this box and I was like, "Well, what's in this box?" It was my brand new date stamper that I bought 2 years ago,
Oh,
and I was like, "Well, that's where that belongs." Never even been used. Like, oh my gosh.
okay, ladies, how many people have done paper casting? This is a lot of fun to do. I'm not sure exactly how they're explaining it to do, but I've done it before. And let me see how they're explaining to do it, because this is obviously very cheap. It's paper. Um, and if you have an embossing folder, it isn't like just going and embossing it, because that isn't quite the same. You have to work with some pulp, because you want it to feel like it's handmade paper, and it's pretty easy to achieve that, and it looks really cool, very cool. But let's see how they're telling you to do it.
Candy said she did once in a collage.
Did you like it? I mean, well, she said once. Maybe she didn't. She only did it once.
That's
Okay.
almost like that air clay I sent you.
Yeah, and I haven't used it, but I know where it is.
But it's so weird because when you use it and then you hold this whatever you make in your hand, you can't even feel it.
Yeah, somebody sent me something made from that stuff,
Yeah.
and I just loved it because it's like air.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the one I did, let's see if they use that example. I don't think they are. Oh, it's just a little short article here. Um, how are they explaining the molds? Oh, they're talking about real molds, like you know, like the stuff that we do put the resin and the clay and stuff like that. I didn't use that. I didn't use that at all. What I did was I got a combination of paper towels and toilet paper, and I folded them up in layers. I forget how many layers, maybe six layers, alternating the toilet paper and then the um what did I say? Paper towel. And so I got those layers, and then I just sprayed them. Oh, well, I got those. Then I laid them on a embossing folder, whatever it was I wanted. And then I misted all the papers so it was wet, not soaking, but it was wet. And then I ran it through, and it looked just like these, because it gave the hand paper look to it, because it wasn't just a piece of paper you ran through. It had all that pulpiness, because when you spray the toilet paper, it breaks it down a little bit, and so when it dries, then it looks like handmade paper, and it was a lot of fun.
Do y'all have Elaine, there's a store. I don't know if everybody has them. It's like a Japanese dollar store or something called Daiso,
We don't.
Daiso, and I think it's like 99 cents a box or
Yeah,
something like that. But it's called Daiso Air Clay.
I wonder if you can order it on their. Do they have I know they have a website for their store. I wonder if you can
I
order
think
it.
Candy said you might could get it at Amazon. I see where they have it at Etsy. But they might have an online
They
store.
charge a lot. I mean, the ones
Hey,
I
Barbara.
saw.
I saw
They charge
$3.99. I don't know how big it was, but chicken pot pie.
chicken pot pie. Let me go get the one. Now watch. Now that I'm trying to show
No,
off
because you know where it is.
that I know where it is, I won't know where it is.
It's the weirdest stuff, though, Elaine.
Where is it?
If you dropped it, it would probably float like a feather down the ground.
In the other room, in the closet where I knew where it was with my other clay. Okay, here it is. So when you look this up in Amazon, it's the last time I looked, it wasn't cheap, but I was thinking if you go over to the actual website of Daiso, there it is. There's the name for you ladies and gents. If you go to their website, it's probably the same size as the store. I mean, the same price as the store.
Oh, Kathy's got one a mile from her house.
Who does?
Kathy D.
Oh, Kathy, shush. That girl's got one of everything everywhere.
Let me see where their locations are. What would be close to?
I know our state doesn't even have one. So try Oklahoma. Because she's not going to find one in our state.
Daiso, Oklahoma.
You can use this clay any way that you use basically any kind of clay.
Well, they do have an online store.
Yeah. Like you would use your air dry, or you want to use your polymer, whatever, however you like want to use it. But this thing, I mean, it's like, it feels like styrofoam, the weight. It's just like styrofoam.
It's even lighter than that. It's weird. There's one in nope. It says Daiso Japan has 5 mall stores across the United States with 0 locations in Oklahoma
and Arkansas. I know what this reminds me of now. A little bit like when you get the marshmallows and you mush them all up, make them flat. It feels like that. And it's just as light as a marshmallow. Anyway, and I don't know what the weight is. I don't think that's age there. There's no weight in English, so I don't know, but it's like super, super duper, like, an ounce or 2 maybe. I don't know. And I think it comes in different colors too.
I think you're right, it does.
But anyway, so this is fun to play with.
Whoa. Whoa.
And but yeah, try this, you guys. It's a lot of fun. And it doesn't cost you nothing. I know you have toilet paper in the house.
Yes, you do put it in molds, Elaine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Florida. Wow. That was crazy.
See, here it shows this mold here.
No,
and
Florida.
It shows what it looks like when they take it out of the mold. And this was done with a stamp. I've done it with a stamp too. It works really easy with a stamp. So you don't even have to have an embossing plate or, a machine or anything. All you have to do is get one of your stamps, preferably, the red ones with the wood, because it's sturdier and thicker than your other kinds of stamps. because you really want it to get into that paper. And you
So
can
do you completely, I mean, like when they're making the paper, how they just completely just make the paper just sopping wet and straight
no,
through a
no,
no, okay, because
no.
Elaine's asking.
Yeah, no, I literally just spritz it with some fine spray of water, I have a little spray thing and it's just enough so that you can see that it's sitting on top of it and it's given a little bit of weight, but not mushy at all. You can still tell it's paper, a toilet piece of toilet paper. Well, maybe we can do that. I didn't have plans of what to do tonight. Maybe that's what we can do. We can make a couple of those. We can do it
We
with
know how you take wet toilet paper and you throw it up against the wall and then come back a few
no,
days later. It's like no,
no.
but you can. Or like a spitball, how it
We're
turns.
not going to teach bad manners.
Why not? That's what I'm known for.
Oh, okay.
Barbara said, so that was 3 swishes
Yes.
of water? Okay.
Yes, exactly. I've seen this stencil sometimes like at secondhand stores. I never knew what it was for.
Your color wheel.
I didn't know that. Every time I've seen one, I go, what would I use that for? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, man. Elaine hasn't even opened up her big shot. Come on, you guys. I'm so envious of some of the tools you guys have, and then you don't even use them. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I don't hear the saw. Maybe I can, breathe. Where is he? Oh, my God. Let me go look. Let me go see where he is. Because he's so high up, I can't see him. Oh, good. He's not up there right now. Oh, let me go see if he's gone so I can relax. Oh, no. He's still in the backyard. I hope he's just putting his tools away. It's going to get dark in a second. My husband told him, you cannot stay when that sun goes down. You have to go home. Oh. What scares you, Elaine? Your new toy?
I think so. Don't be scared.
Anyway, I have my other one. I don't know the names of any of my tools. But I have a different brand of some kind of an embossing machine. It was an off brand. It's probably, probably.
Yeah, I think you had the Cuttlebug or something.
I don't even know what the heck it was. But anyway, I was wondering, what am I going to do with that? Because now I have the other one. I like the way it works and everything. Then I remembered that I had done some of the embossing with the live plants, and it's really messy and dirty. And I thought, oh, I'll save that one to do my messy, dirty one. And save the other one. Uh-oh, here comes Mr. Morris. He's probably coming to report. Hold on.
You should have a. Well, so I have to be quiet too. He's not coming to talk to me. Elaine, when you do first use it, I mean, have a healthy fear. But
okay,
first time I ran something through my big shot and it made that loud cracking noise, I thought I broke it.
That scares me every time, and I already know it's going to do it.
That's normal.
It's normal.
It makes a very loud cracking noise. Like, uh-oh, I just broke these plates.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of this one. Now it's just all the stuff that they want you to buy.
And that's always a good thing.
Well, I've got to use what I have first. I've kind of made that little, I mean, unless I'm buying stuff, for you guys, for the kits to put together, I really don't, I can't remember the last thing I literally bought for me. I think it was the embossing machine. I think that was the last thing I bought me, and I hadn't bought anything in a long time before that. Botan? What the heck am I doing? I'm just getting all Arkansas, I think. Okay.
I think just once you get to the middle, it does
What does?
that pop noise.
Yeah.
Barbara said
And
that's
it's
the same.
loud, you guys.
Yeah, Barbara said that's the same sound when I stand up or sit down. Hey, Lisa. Where's Jennifer Jane been and Leslie Casey? The only two people I noticed missing are
I'm trying to remember. Jennifer, I saw her earlier. She was at a couple of sales this afternoon.
oh good.
She's alive and well.
She's taking a nap.
So she might be, or she might be, counting her coin to see how much more she can spend. Okay, I want some of these.
Oh, that's
Susan,
a good idea.
you know how to find stuff, Susan.
What is it?
You know the old what I forget what you literally call them, but they were in the radio. Are those tubes in the old types of radios?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can find those all day long.
Well, find me some and I'll tell me where they are and so I can go buy some.
Hey, Artsology. CJ said if you use a cutting mat on the bottom of the plates, it self-heals, and number 2, it doesn't cut the plate underneath. She used an old cutting mat from her quilting days.
Oh, good to know. I haven't cut anything on mine yet.
Candy, look up daisojapan.com.
What are these? That's cute. Anyway, and then also, I try to keep really busy to keep my mind off of what's going on today. I did do a little tweaking with the top part of the whatever little outhouse building that's going to be, or circus or whatever it ends up being. But I tweaked it a little bit, and look, now it meets just fine.
Yay!
And then
don't make it an outhouse.
But when I don't mean that kind of outhouse. I mean outhouse. Anyway, never mind. And then I did one with just a little small opening if you still wanted, a small opening. So I thought, okay, this will work. So I got those 2 patterns. So at least I know we can get it a lot closer than I did the first time. That first one, oh boy, it's still kind of cute, but it wasn't exactly how I envisioned it.
You go to eBay and put in radio tubes. There's so many listings I can't even
grab
one.
Good. Yeah. Okay, good. No problem.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Little birdies. Oh. Oh, that looks like Johnny's cover. She made a really super duper cool cover. I'm so jealous. She did a shoe and she did a typewriter.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty cool. So now I have
to try that one, Candy. Good grief. I couldn't get the link to go in.
Ooh, I like those colors.
Yes.
That's pretty. That looks like the Renaissance one we did, the ladies.
Yep.
Same time period. Well, these all are I recognize these. I have some of these. Very cool.
Well, there's something to do with all that trim that you just had to have from that live sale.
Oh, there's the trim I have. Some of you have bought that trim from me.
Like a little Renaissance tutu. OMG, I am still looking at the Meander book. That was so awesome.
I told you that I was, going through myself when you said, "Well, send me some," and so I said, "I'll just send it to her. You can glue on it, you can give it away, you can throw it, whatever you want, but I thought you'd have fun looking through it."
That was awesome.
And then the other one that has the little
Yes.
black and white envelopes, I figured you could tear those out and put them in your black and white journal.
And then, luckily, I looked in every single pocket of every single thing, and I saw the egg stamps from Janine.
Oh yeah, where did I put them?
You stuck them in one of those little pockets in one of those little books.
I wanted it to be safe, and then I forgot where I put
Yeah,
it.
I found them. I found them. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, look how cute what they did. I want to make one of these. Look how adorable.
You know who that reminds me of? What is that lady, Kim Coleman, or are you familiar with Kim Coleman's art?
No, I wish I was. If it looks like this.
Yeah, you need to. I think she has a Facebook page, or no, Kim Collister.
I still don't know who she is.
Okay, you need to check her out because she has some awesome things. Let me see if I can find her. She has the coolest, and it's very colorful. And let me see.
I think this is just, I don't know if it's a piece of wood or just a cardboard. Either way, that's cool.
Kim Collister art. Yeah, very, very. Her stuff is just. You need to click on this link in another screen and just look at the cover page of this website.
Uh-oh. Okay.
There it is in chat.
I have the technology. Maybe. Maybe I have the technology. I'll just go to my channel. How about
Hey,
that?
are.
Kim Collister. Oh, she's
You
my
can get
kind
a
of
lot.
girl.
Her stuff, and it's kind of high, but you can get such inspiration from her stuff.
Yeah. A place of paper, paint, and possibilities. The PPP stop. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the recommendation.
I love her.
Ooh, pretty. They always put one or two papers in each issue.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And I've never figured out if you can make a copy of it or not. Because, you know what I mean? It's so thick, and I wonder if you can make copies of that.
For yourself, yes.
Huh.
Huh.
He's off in a whirlwind.
No, that's McAllister. That's Billy Joe McAllister.
Oh, Tallahatchie.
And he didn't throw nothing off. He jumped off.
Oh.
Bobby Gentry. I liked her.
Yeah. She was ahead of her time as far as the music industry and trying to keep her rights to her stuff.
Yep. Ophelia.
Uh-oh. Oh, sweet home. I've never been into, this isn't gingerbread, but it looks like a gingerbread house. I've never been into that.
Oh, enjoy your dinner.
Who's having dinner?
Artsology. She's got to go make some.
Man, those Canadians, they just come and tease us and leave. Ooh, what's this?
Yeah, me too, Linda.
I don't know what that is. It just says it's an amber nugget. I guess, is it real amber? I don't know. I thought in these
Probably.
books they showed you how to make fake stuff. I don't know. It doesn't say either way.
Victorian gingerbread here in Old Cape, May, New Jersey.
Oh, this is cool. Something we can do with our junk journals. It's just twine, and they glued it down to make that cover. Look how cool that is.
Yeah,
Whoops.
like rock candy. No problem, Elaine. Well, that's one thing to get your money's worth out of with your crocodile.
Oh, good. The sun's going down. He'll have to go home. Now I can relax and then get all nervous for tomorrow. He better finish tomorrow. I can't handle another day of this. Oh, there was a sweet gentleman. Okay, listen, and I'm not making fun of accents. I'm just repeating his accent. So don't go jumping down my throat. But I go to the post office and I go park on the side where the ramp is because I go inside and get the big old giant thing that they throw all the mail in, and I roll it outside and I throw all you guys' stuff in there. All right. So I park on the side so I can go have a ramp there. So I park, and then next to me, this gentleman parks, and I see him look over at my truck because we're parked right next door to each other, and he's parked on the passenger side of my car. And I glance over, because I'm getting my purse and stuff, and he's looking at my vehicle, not looking at me. He's looking at my vehicle, specifically looking like at my tires. So I don't think anything of it. So I'm still getting my glasses and doing this and doing that, and he gets out of the car, his vehicle, his truck, and he comes out to the front of my truck and just kind of stands there in front of my truck on my side of the vehicle. And I'm thinking, what does this guy want? So I get out and I said, can I help you? Why, ma'am, I just wanted to tell you that I'm thinking that your tire over there on the front, it might need 14 or 15 more pounds of air. I thought to myself, wow, he knows if it's maybe 14, maybe 15 pounds of air that I need on my tire. And I said, oh, thank you. I said, and that tire does have a tendency, it always goes down for some reason. And we even got a new tire, and it's still in the front. We got an alignment, and still does it in the front. But anyway, so I get out and I thank him, and he says, so then we start walking into the to the front door together, and he goes, yes, ma'am. He says, I would swear on it that it's 14 or 15 pounds needed of air pressure. I said, okay, I'll check it and I'll get back to you. If you were right. Anyway, so we go into the post office, and now, of course, we're in line together. I'm there to get the cart, but I still get in line to get the cart. And someone behind there that's working knows him. Forget what his name was now. And I just say his name's John. He goes, John, how did that situation work out for you last week? And he goes, which one was that one, sir? And so then he goes, well, the situation over there at the grocery store. And he goes, well, it's this way. They called the cops on me. Oh, I'm a fugitive. Leave me alone. And so then he goes, yeah, they called the cops on me. And so then they go, well, why did you do that? Well, that man, that young man, he was just a fool. He didn't know when to shut up. And I asked him politely like 3 times and he wouldn't shut up. So I had to accommodate him.
Okay.
So I took care of business. The next thing you know, I get a visit from the cops. And they go, so then what happened? Well, that wasn't the last of it. I got a phone call from his mama.
Oh, Lord.
You know, this is all in some little small town, right? I got a phone call from his mama. And she wasn't mad at me. She said someone should have taken him out behind the barn and give him a good whooping a long time ago. It was his time of coming. So she had no problems with me. I go, oh my gosh. Can I have my cart, please?
I got to go get about 14, 15 pounds of air on my way.
I'm surprised he didn't check the iron, the air on the cart. You know, let me check that, man. Let me make sure. Oh dear, but it was really cute. Okay, so we looked at those. So I was trying to calm down from the tree trimming. From the tree trimming. So, oh, now that I've yacked you guys to death, I think I need to drink. What should we do? Did you want to try the embossing with the toilet paper?
Sure, do it.
Okay. You entertain the troops while I go get a few supplies. Like toilet paper.
Do you have spare toilet paper? I finally do. I guess you could use Kleenex too.
Okay. When you roll, spray bottle of water.
Was that on your crafting shelf or in your bathroom cabinet?
It was underneath my sink in my bathroom.
Okay. Yep, backs of napkins. That's a good thing for the backs of the napkins. Exactly.
Let's see. Which ones do I want to use? Something that's simple. Let me see here. I don't have a whole bunch, but
Artie Dar really loves your tag tent. She's been thinking for one for herself.
oh, here's some little birdies. That one looks kind of cute. And this has a feather. Let's do a feather. That might be interesting. Let's do that one, and where's
This looks like a COVID public health service announcement with hand sanitizer and toilet paper.
Okay, and so I'm going to use my old machine because I won't care if it gets all wet and messy and everything. So that's going to be my messy machine. And you can hear it do all the clunking, all the clunkety clunk clunk clunk.
Do it, Elaine.
And it's cool. It was very cool here today, you guys.
Yeah, it was cool last night.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day. I mean, the sun was out and it was really pretty, but it was on the nippy side. When we got up this morning, it was 33. It was like 70 something during the day yesterday. I don't know. It's all kind of goofy. It's just all kind of goofy. Okay, so let's do one thing at a time. Oh, this is just called an epic. See, it's real off brand. I got it one time years ago, Tuesday morning.
Oh, Linda said it snowed there.
Oh, wow. I guess I can't complain. Okay. So you get your little trusty. Hello.
Hey, Leslie, there she is.
Hey, Leslie.
Her boss is starting to interfere with her YouTube time, I know.
And just to recap, everything went out. If you paid, it's out. If you didn't pay, it might be for sale real soon. Okay, I didn't count. I just got like a little wad. I'm at a counter or a measure if I can get away with it.
Uh-oh. Hope he feels better.
Okay. So.
Oh, so you do your... See, I'm thinking you tear it apart.
Oh, no. This is simple
put it
stuff.
With some water and...
I'm just going to mist. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of a mist right here on the bottom. And then mist on here just to make sure everything is wet. Okay, that. I don't know which one I'm supposed to use because it's just goofy stuff. Let's just. I can't put it over there because I'll knock things over. Oops, I'm going to knock things over here in a second. Let's see if I need to add something to it. No, this will be just perfect. Okay. Oh no, crack-a-lackin'. Not enough toilet paper. It's not crack-a-lackin'.
Barbara said that was 10 swishes.
That was what?
10 swishes.
Oh, okay.
That's because she had a thicker amount of toilet paper.
Yeah. Can you see that, ladies? And then I'll dry it. Because then when you dry it, it looks like, handmade paper. Hold on. Where's my... Oh, I know it's behind me. Oh, there it is. Couldn't be simpler.
Hey, Geneva. There you go. You could spray it down with watered down ink. You don't want white.
Now, normally I just take it out and let it dry overnight. But what's the fun in that? How are you going to see what it looks like? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Can you see it? You know, white, white, and white. Kind of hard.
I see a feather or something.
Yeah, it's one big feather here and then a small one here and here. But anyway, it, as it gets drier, it'll get a little stiffer. And then, you can always pull some of these pages here, paper, not pages, paper to give it sort of like the deckled look, and then that gives it even, oh my goodness, am I listening to oh my gosh, I think he's still out there, you guys.
Geneva, she just put toilet paper in one of her embossing folders and sprayed it with water and ran it through her embossing folder and dried it. Also, Candy watched a video and the Day Dazo soft clay and Crayola model magic are the same thing. Cool.
Hmm. And is it as cheap?
Yes, it would, Barbara. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I know you guys can't see it, but trust me.
Well, we can when you hold it down there and the light hits it. When you bring it up, we can't hold it.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, there you go.
yeah.
Embossed and debossed. And then, as it gets drier and drier, then it gets, stiffer and stiffer. But it has a really cool texture. I mean, it feels like paper, real paper. It's really cool. Now, the only fault I found in this when I made it in the past is obviously if you get it wet again and you touch it, you lose the embossing. So what I did a couple of times is a different sprayer bottle. I put a little bit of glue and water and mixed it up and sprayed it on there. After you do that, make sure you clean the nozzle of whatever it is you're using because obviously it's going to get clogged up. Just throw it in some, warm water, it'll be okay. But that's what I did. I put a little bit of glue, like before, if I had like 10 pages, I'd lift, 5 of them up, spray it with the spray glue concoction, and then on top just the water, and they were a lot more durable as far as being able to get it wet.
Hey, Katie.
And when I say wet, it's just I'm talking about if you wanted to put a little bit of a spray on it or something to color it. And I've colored it before I emboss it. Also, right before I emboss it, instead of putting the water on the top, I'll spray some kind of a colored spray on there, whatever I wanted to use, and then do the embossing, and that works really good too. Um, just oh, just so you can see the embossing. Oops, it's still wet, but you can see the embossing on there.
There you go.
So it bosses really nice. And I personally just like it leaving white. It just looks like to me, it just looks like more real paper. But it's fun and it's super simple. And even if you don't have a machine, but you have an embossing tool, embossing, what do you call these? Plates? No.
Envelope.
Yes. You can just get a rolling pin, anything to do the embossing. I mean, because it's so soft, you don't need a lot of pressure. You could just even just do it with, the palm of your hand. So that's fun. And then you can get the paper. I don't know how quick I can get it out because that I do let dry overnight. Hold on a second.
No, Katie, it's toilet paper sprayed with water and put in a embossing folder. Yeah, pan pastels would work.
And you could do the same thing with any kind of mold. You know, if you want to do the paper thing. And again, I would put a tiny bit of glue. Let's see. Just a tiny bit of glue.
Telling you, man, if you wad that toilet paper up and soak it, squeeze the water out and push it in that mold, it'll be hard as a rock.
Yeah. That's what we're going to do. But, you know, let's put a tiny bit of glue. Just a tiny bit. And this, because we're, you know, not using a machine, you're going to have to get a little bit wetter. And really get it down into those little crevices in there. Ta-da! Well, he's a little distorted, but you get, whoops. He's a little distorted, but you get the idea. I didn't get him into the corners. You can see. Can you see him? A little bit.
See him.
You can see him a little bit. You can see him enough. But anyway, again, if you don't have the clay, or you just want the feel, I mean, it feels really cool, you know, once it gets all dry. It just has a neat feeling to it. And then you can, you know, glue it onto your page or whatever it is you want to do. And you can work on his face if you want. And while he's still damp, you could add things to it, you know, if you want to make it elaborate. I've been working on these were air dry ones. Let me get those. I used that same mold, but you could kind of sort of do the same thing with the paper. See these guys? I haven't finished painting them yet, but
Hey, Jane.
these are all from the same one, and then you just add, whoops, just add things to them, add things to their faces. I'm not
Making them with toilet paper, Jane. Nice.
And so what I'm going to do, I was showing Kathy and the girls when they came down. I used part of the boho pillow sham, cut a piece out, and then I thought one of these on here somewhere would look really cool.
Where did they come down from?
And then be quiet, and then put some beads and stuff on the side. I like that.
Well, that matches perfect. Hey,
it even goes with the pink.
Hey, JR.
It even goes with the pink. So those are other things I've been playing with.
Wow, Kathy said Sam's Club must have gotten all the back orders of toilet paper. They're stacked to the ceiling. Yeah, I just saw where they said paper and diapers are going to go up in price.
What is?
Toilet paper and diapers.
How come?
Maybe was involved in the Suez Canal. I'm not sure.
Maybe because nobody's buying them anymore, like they were hoarding.
No, it said that shoppers take note. You could soon pay more for Huggies, Pull-Ups, and Scott toilet paper. Kimberly Clark is notifying retail customers in the U.S. and Canada that will increase prices on some products by mid to high single digits percentages in June to help offset the significant commodity cost inflation.
Oh, a single digit. Okay, a penny more. All right.
Percentage.
Okay, next, I think we'll just do a sample night. What else do you guys want to see how to do? That is simple and fast. Okay, so you know how to make embossed paper now.
No,
You know,
hers are not from toilet paper, but that one in her hand. The others are made with clay.
yeah. Okay. Oh gosh,
Bar molds are cool.
I hear that guy. Huh?
Artie Dar said she just played with her new Finnabar molds.
Ooh. I like these. These are just their numbers. I like to do these with the paper.
Yep.
Those came out really cool. Okay, let me get this out of the way. I'm crowding myself in. Let me know if there's anything else. Uh-oh. Where are my folders? Oh, and I'm getting hungry. Every time I'm with you guys, I get hungry. It's because it's the only time I kind of like sit down and aren't running around doing stuff. Okay. So, I'll put this away. No requests? I'm gonna eat
bones of bird skulls.
Huh?
Finnabar? Artie Dar was talking about bones of bird skulls. She had to have them.
Oh.
You're not hungry. You were just tempted by that red box sitting next to you.
But I am hungry. What have I had today? I didn't even have my morning cup of coffee. I always have 1 cup in the morning. And what did I have? I love my scrambled egg. I didn't have any.
Good night, Luz.
I don't know what I had today. All I know is I'm hungry. So you're going to have to listen to some crunching. Okay, so what are we going to do? Luz, your stuff went out today. So you should have your quilts pretty soon. Lickety split. Chop, chop.
Okay, so do this. Put 5 of those crackers in your mouth, chew it up, and whistle.
First of all, I can't put 5, despite the fact that you all think I have a big mouth. I don't. I may have it in very other ways, but not this way.
Whistle.
I can't remember the last time I had these. These are so light and crunchy. I used to eat Ritz crackers all the time. Then I gave them up for some reason. Oh, I started eating those that I get from Sam's. I don't buy any other crackers. These are good. Okay.
That's a good snack to just grab.
Mm-hmm.
My dogs love them.
Great. I'm eating dog food now.
see. If today would have been yesterday, you would be working on your journal.
I finished them.
I'm talking about the new ones.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I think people are just starting to get them, actually. So I could bring it out and we could talk about you guys thinking what direction you each want to go, because there's so many different ways you can do it. Mm-hmm.
How did you end up binding your... Did you bind those on camera? Oh, you did. You did it by yourself. Late in the night.
I did?
Yep.
Okay. I don't even remember.
I think you did it Saturday night.
See, you remember more than I do. When it's gone, I don't remember.
I didn't see it until the next morning. I went to bed early.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, squeezed cheese.
Now, see, I do not like those cheeses. I envy people that just go, I don't like them. I don't like Velveeta. I just like regular, plain, normal, like cheddar cheese. Nothing fancy and nothing fake. Although I do love my feta cheese. Okay, you love that.
Yeah. I like cheddar too. I can't do American because it's too...
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I don't like the texture of it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because, excuse me, one of the ladies brought some Gouda and something else. Forget what the one was. And so I took it over because my husband can eat cheese. It doesn't do anything to his sugar. So I said, look, honey, what the ladies brought you. And he goes, here, you want to taste it? It was smoked, and I like things that was smoked. But, ooh, I did not like the texture of the cheese. I said, that's all yours, honey. Give me the cheddar.
It's a trap, Richard. Don't take the cheese.
And I like goat. I like goat cheese.
I haven't tried.
That's tasty. I must admit, that's pretty good. And I like, oh, here, I'm adding to the list. And I do like to get cubes and get like mozzarella cheese and cut it up into cubes and make like a salad, like a antipesto type thing, with the olives and basil and olive oil and feta. Throw it all in there. I do like that. Longhorn cheese. I don't even know what that is. Is she serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like I think it's like a cheddar cheese.
Hmm.
I don't like cheese in those little crocks.
No.
And I don't like those little red circle.
Oh, that I do. I got some in the refrigerator.
No, I don't like those.
I can eat those. Yeah.
There we go again with the charcuterie. Yeah, Longhorn cheese is cheddar.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I remember. I used to know that. How did I forget that? I think because she's in Texas, she said Longhorn. I went and I didn't even register like Longhorn cheese. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I'm telling you guys, it's been a very grueling day for me emotionally. my nerves are shot.
My favorite cheese is melted all over the top of hot enchiladas.
Yeah, I could probably could handle any. Well, I like if you had you have to scrape the whole thing off.
Oh man,
What a waste! And I still haven't gone to the restaurant to get anything Mexican food because I had all my tamales. So there you go. Excuse me, ladies. I have to eat this so I can have my second wind or my first wind.
I like Munster cheese.
I don't remember what it tastes like if I've had it.
It doesn't really taste too much.
I'm sure I've had almost every cheese because my husband is a cheesy person. He tastes flavors in them. I don't know what he's talking about. It's like how those people drink wine. I don't know what they're talking about. But my husband tastes everything in the cheese. So,
Dubliner is a good white cheese.
um, that's his favorite. That is his favorite. That's what I get for him. Mm. Now, there's two different kinds. I forget which one I get him. I forget if it's the Irish one that says literally Irish, or there's another one. Now I forget. Visually, when I see it, I know which one to get, but I can't remember the name of it because they have several kinds.
Well, if that's something he can have, then that's a nice variety to be able to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think he wiped out the Gouda already. I saw him out there just slicing it up. I'm gonna have to get some mustard and try it because I do like my cheese with my sandwiches. So that would be cool. I even put I put feta. I like to make tuna salad sandwiches, and I put feta cheese in my mixture. Feta cheese and apples in there. Mm-mm-mm.
Only like feta in my salad.
Mm. Well, I figured, there's lettuce in there, so it's a tuna salad. I put lettuce in my concoction.
Uh-oh, Kathy said, after 10 days vacation, I'm now stuck eating salads. I could eat a salad every meal every day.
Mm-hmm. Me too. What kind of dressing do you eat?
Me,
Mm-hmm.
every kind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My favorite, I think, is they sell it at the grocery store, but it's the dressing that they use at the Olive Garden.
Yep, I have
It's
that.
one of my favorites.
I like the light better.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought some I like to buy the cruettes and make the Italian,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to we make homemade ranch all the time. And they used to have a tomato vinaigrette, which I absolutely loved. And I like homemade Thousand Island.
Uh-huh.
And I bought some day before yesterday that was cilantro lime.
Ooh.
But it was kind of sweet. I'm not much on a sweet dressing.
Uh-huh. The only sweet dressing I like is poppy seed. I do like that one.
I like that in my coleslaw. Hey, Peggy.
Oh, yeah, Suzanne, you're right. That's what it is. Bing, 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 bing. Suzanne got the right name of cheese that my hubby likes.
Well, that's what Jane said. Double honor.
I know, but I wanted Suzanne to feel good about herself. She got it right too. Yay!
But which brand is it?
Oh.
That's the real question. It is the Food Network. Rosemary's hungry. I don't know what you have over there to the right, but can
I'm
you
done.
move it because the shadow is just a little deceiving. Yep, thank you. Nope, Suzanne said that's her favorite too. I've never heard of it. What type of cheese is it?
Which kind? Which one are you talking about?
Dubliner.
Honestly don't know. It's mild. It isn't like one of those sharp cheeses. It's on the mild side. But the rest of the answer to that, I don't know. like I said, I'm not the cheese person. Richard's the cheesy guy. Let's see, poppy seeds. I love poppy seeds. Unshredded kale and Brussels sprouts. With cranberries and pumpkins. Ooh, she likes a very interesting salad.
Yeah, that would have me in the bathroom making toilet paper molds.
Okay, let me see over here. 1 second.
You know, it's a really good salad is fresh spinach and sliced strawberries with walnuts or pecans and a raspberry vinaigrette and grilled chicken.
Mmm.
That's very good. And you could put feta in that too. It's very good.
Mmm. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna check over here. I gotta look at my pile. All right, ladies, I've had my my refreshment. So I need to let you know that there are two ladies, and you should know who you are, that have not paid for your items from last night. So if you're here and you know who you are, please go pay for them, or else they're going to be on the auction block because it's just the two that are left. All right. So now what are we going to do?
Did you get your D stash out?
My what?
Your D stash? Did you get it all? Your pile of your box?
I'll never get it all, but I did. Well, no, let me take that back. I had a big old giant box, and everything in that giant box went into all of the things. And I separated it, because, and also there was almost no extra room in the, in the priority envelope. So I just stuck things in. If it was sharp, I couldn't really get it in because I was afraid it was going to tear it. But I did empty my box. So now I'm going to start a new box. And then when people buy stuff, I'll just throw little things in there, little doodads, and you can give them away, throw them away. I just don't have the heart to throw them away. So you can do with them whatever you want.
Leslie said she paid just a little while ago in case you were waiting on her.
No, you're all set, Leslie. I think no, yours is already packed. It's already in my little bag to head out tomorrow. That's all done with. No, I double checked. That's why I double checked right now. So yeah. Okay. So let me bring out the kit and we'll go over things for you to think about and what direction you guys want to go with your trash, because there's a lot of different avenues that you can take with your trash. And it won't hurt going over them real quick so we don't have to do that next week. We can just start playing next week. Okay. So what I'm going to do, so I won't be accused of cheating, I am going to open, because I have them all. I have some other ones that are still unpurchased, and they're just, everything went wrapped. So
yes, Candy, it's the Trashinichi or Junkinichi or
you tell me. So
here it is.
I'm just gonna play with one that, or go with one that would have gone out, and we packed them all. The girls were here; they helped me pack them, and and then we closed them up. So I didn't play no favorites. You got what you got.
Good idea, Jane. Hey, Journey.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, it's the grunge paper again.
Yeah, I had some of that. So a lot of people got some of that paper in there because I don't use it. Now I ended up opening one that has it. I don't want it. Okay, so there's some of that.
Linda said I had to pass on the kit. I have enough saved trash. Plus, I'll have to put hubby on the ice float with Peggy's hubby if I did.
I know. Oh, I know. Trust me, ladies. I know. Oh, my God. Some of the tea. Oh, look at that little teacup.
Oh.
some sardines. Oh no, look what I got. I got the Deathwish coffee. How did I end up with that? Oh no.
Cool. Elaine said, got mine yesterday, never saw so much stuff.
International little cuties, look.
Did she see where you... I don't know what that means, Suzanne. Oh, did you... Suzanne paid.
Okay, thank you, Suzanne.
She heard it ding.
Oh. I don't know. I didn't hear no ding. And this, every once in a while, they'll have the paper stuff like at Michael's or different places like that for like super, 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 reduced prices. And this was one of those wedding packages, wedding stationery packages. And this one had like the thank you thing. What I liked about this is a really hard cardboard. And you would put like the thank you card here and then probably the picture, of the bride and groom or the picture of you at your table or however they do it. And it's just speaking, make a little, pamphlet journal out of it. So quite a few of you got one of those.
Hey, Sandra Ann. No, it's in the Etsy shop.
Oh no, I got some more of the, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with these. I'm gonna go put them in the new box of stuff that I'm gonna put on my DSAT. I don't want to work with this stuff.
She's going through her kit for the trash.
Yeah, I don't want to play with. I'm gonna put these back in the box.
Does it smell?
What?
The grunge paper.
Well,
smells like leather to me.
If you stick it up your nose, yeah, it does have a little smell. I didn't smell it from here, but now that you mention it. Yeah, now that you mention it, it does. Yeah. Okay, so that's.
But it's not a bad smell. I thought somebody said.
No, it's not bad. It's just a very distinct odor. Okay. And I got part of that.
Uh-oh. Sandra said she tried to purchase on your Etsy shop, but it was all refunded. You might have bought something that was...
Who said that?
Only sold in a live sale. Creations by Sandra Ann.
Yeah, I sent you an email. What happened was, this is what happened. Well, I don't know what happened. On the sale last night, everybody that purchased, how can I explain that? I'm not explaining it right because you purchased. So that's not the point. You had to have been called out by Susan as being the first ones in line for each one. And then she would give me the name, and then I would write the name down. And as she was telling me, then obviously the people in the live knew that it was theirs because they were picking the colors and stuff. And then they were supposed to go over to the Etsy and purchase. I didn't have your name on anything. So I think you might have misunderstood how, the whole purchase happened. So I sent you an email with the full refund and kind of explain what I just explained right now. And then I got an email from you and I responded to that also, kind of sort of explaining.
So every now and then Rosemary will have, she'll buy some Cantha quilts, and because of the variety and the colors and all of that, she'll do a YouTube sale, and then she puts the listing for that live sale in her Etsy shop to make it more convenient for everyone to purchase. But yeah, she does have other things in her Etsy shop that are just normal.
Yeah.
If it says live sale, then that means that it is the listing link to the live sale.
Right. Exactamundo. Couldn't have said it better myself. So I think several people reached out to me wanting quilts still. So I might get another batch of quilts, but not get the pillows unless I hear from you guys, because you kind of scared me there for a minute last night, but they all ended up going. So I'm very thankful for that. So for sure, I'm going to get another order of the quilts, but if anybody's still interested, in the pillows, let me know. And if I have enough people, that I'll include that in my order also. Otherwise, I'm just going to get the quilts. Okay, you know what, guys? There's a reason why I put all this stuff in the D-stash pile. Because I've worked with this stuff already. I just don't want to work with it anymore.
You should have put a diamond ring in one in a package. Because what is somebody going to do with 20 of them?
I didn't give him 20. I gave him like 4 or 5. I thought, no, see, this is what I thought. This is what I had done. And it came out really cute. I turned this into like a little journal, and I put pictures behind here like this. I popped that out, and I put it on a ring, and it turned into a really cute little journal. So, of course, you need at least 4 or 5 of them for it to work. So I thought I was being nice. Anyway, so I think, I don't want to deal. This is going back in the D-stash pile. Well, no, I think I want to play with one of these. Hold on. I'll just do one. I'm not going to do a whole book. I'm just going to do something cute with it, just to show that I'm cooperative. I'm cooperative. Okay. Here's some little scraps of paper. Oh, no, and I got stamps that I wanted to D-stash. Some more scraps of some paper. Oh, look at these. These are cute. Oh, these little things are cute too. Okay, that's cute. We can work with it. Ooh, okay. And then Bob's Burgers. I'm not into playing cards, but I know you ladies love playing cards, so those got thrown in there. I'm just not into it. And then of course we got the sundae. And ooh, cheer, wine. Diet though, I don't know about that. And some Blue Moon. Who knew? Yay! Costa Rica. I'm ready. Ah, timber.
How much do you ever get for double-sized quilts?
Say what?
Peggy said she would love a double-sized quilt. I don't remember getting double-sized.
They do have some, but they don't have them in the large quantity like when I get them. And so they're a lot more expensive. I don't know why, but they are. Ooh, green stamps. Some blue stamps.
There you go.
You're gonna be able to make, like, I'm not exaggerating, probably around 10 journals. All this junk. Oh, bad boy. Bad boy. He's a bad boy. Whoa. Oh. Oh, look, I got the rusty ones. How cute is that? Okay, what does that mean, Peggy? Because I like the idea. You need to tell me what that means.
Just throw crap in a bag and...
Well, that's what I did.
Sight unseen. I know, but she's just saying...
You mean real... like
have a grab bag.
Highfalutin crap.
Yeah.
Instead of the trashy crap. Okay, I get it. I can do that. Holy moly.
There you go. Mystery grab bag sale.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I'd have to put, like, a real combo, right? Because, well, I don't know. I could do that.
Just an it is what it is bag.
Yeah, I like that. It is what it is. Oh, some things dropped in there. Oh. Okay, so. Oh, and then this. So, all right. There is enough trash in here to make a few, count them, a few really cool journals. So, when you, okay, I'm going to talk to you like you've never done a real junk journal before. So if you already have, don't get offended. Like, why is she talking to me like that? Okay. So when I got into junk journal, that's story time. You can play a little music in the background, Susan. When I got interested in junk journals, it's because I saw Shannon Green, one of her journals. I don't know which one it was, to tell you the truth, first time I saw her, but I was mesmerized. I had never seen anything made out of disposable stuff, right? I thought, wow, this is cool. Okay, fast forward, I find out about junk journals, and then I find junk journal groups, and then I realized that the kind of journals that Shannon Green makes, very few people made anymore. It had advanced, and the journals got really pretty. And to me, what people today call a junk journal is really a journal, you know,
Right.
because there's no junk in it.
Exactly.
It's just a beautiful journal, and not to put it down, it's just beautiful. But I don't even know why they demean their product by calling it a junk journal, because
Right.
most people don't even put junk in their journals. Okay, so
Mostly in their trunk.
so I, usually, when your interest is, blossomed by a certain thing, it continues being the motivation behind things you'd like to do. And of course, the trashy version of the trash journal is what really was appealing to me. And so basically a traditional, I'll use the word traditional junk journal, was made out of things you would throw away, therefore trash, right? And so that's what we're going to try and do this month. And so there's a lot of different ways. There's two basic ways you can approach your trashy junk journal, is showing all the trash. Like when the pages turn, it's very obvious, that it came, from a rice package. It's real obvious that it came from, coffee. The other way that a lot of people that do the real junk journals, they kind of put a little twist on it, and they camouflage the things still with other pieces of junk and paint and things like that. I mean, it's not 100%, but it is a big percentage of the junk that is used for your journal. So, or you can do a combination of two. Some is exposed, where you see the all the stuff, and then others it's a little more camouflaged. So that's kind of where you have to like decide which direction you want to go in your your personal journal that we're going to be making this month. Today is 1st of April, that we're going to be doing this month. So be thinking about that. Do you want, let me show you an example. Do you want your trash to be seen, or are you going to want to hide your trash? And this little thing here is a perfect example where nothing is hidden. She used a little box to turn into a little pocket. She used little pieces of the candy to make little flippy floppies. And she used other little pieces of scraps from other foods boxes to put in there. And then that's the little pocket. And that opens up like this. And then the other part of that packaging opens up this way. She puts some more of the little candy wrappers. more food stuff. It seems like the food stuff is the most colorful, so people tend to use a lot of that. This is, junk mail. She made
Cool.
it into like a little notepad there. And then she took, bottle caps to make her little trashy little jewelry for her journal.
And a
And
shrink
then,
a dink Dorito bag?
well, you can do that with a real one. This is a real bag. And some people put them in their microwave and some just do it with a heating tool and it will shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like real trash again. So this is one that obviously there's no camouflage. You know exactly where everything came from, but it has the purposes that what you might think of as a traditional journal, where it has the flips, the flaps, the little pockets, little places to write, and then a little bling, right? But it's all trash. Okay. Then this one, the pages were all from junk mail. And then I turned all those pages into basically a glue book. But the stuff I glued in it, is just stuff that was in magazines or in, mail that comes or packaging. There's food packaging. And so this is where a little combination of the two comes in, where you use the pack. Here's like, this is the label to a bean can. Turn that into little flips. Then I put some mailers that was offering magazines and stuff. And then this is some advertising. So you get the idea. I haven't finished that page, or that. And that's got a hot dog. Had to put that in there. So you stop and think, how you want to work with your journal. What is it? What do you want it to look like when you're done? So here's some more packaging that was used for the pages. Whoops. And then I just put in some few things that I had drawn or things that I liked. And you can make your little flips and flops and cut things out of magazines. You get the idea. So be thinking about that.
I mean, those cardboard, or not cardboard, but those cardstock cards that you just get in the mail every day.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, those are perfect for like glue books and things like that.
Yes.
Because all you're doing is just throwing them away.
Yeah. Now this one too. This was done with either. Whoops! I want to show addresses to people. This was a mailer. She mailed stuff to me, and she had just a couple of things on here, and it was, I forget what was on there, which was originally what she put and what I put, to tell you the truth. And then I just started gluing stuff on it and turned it into into the cover. And old magazine, and no, that was an old newspaper. And then again, the pages are just from an old magazine. And then I came in on this one and I covered up the pages with just some paper. And then I just started gluing all kinds of, goofy stuff. A lot of this stuff, just comes in the mail. You'd be surprised what we throw away. You guys have probably seen this is an advertising for some kind of a mortgage company. It's in like every single magazine. And then just start doing your little collage work in here.
You know what's really cool is that Keeler. Is that how you pronounce it? Keeler. Koehlr. I think they're like a plumbing or faucet or something. Collier. Okay.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
They have the coolest advertisements in the magazines.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Very cool. Peggy says she likes the recycled material journal.
Yeah. And see, this was what, how you, like Susan was saying, you get these these postcards in the mail, right, for advertising something. This is one of those big ones that you get sometimes, like for a dentist and stuff. It seems like ours is always for a dentist, these big
Ours
ones.
is like for an oil. How many oil changes can I possibly get?
And so, you keep those and you just put a bunch of paint on them, and then it's all ready for you to decorate. So that's that example of which direction you want to go. And this one too, it's just, like this, I used the packaging to, I forget what it was, lemons or limes or something. And I made a pocket out of that. And the butter thing, I just glued some little flowers on the other side to make a little tag. And I keep envelopes. If somebody sends me something, I have a little basket. I throw everybody's envelopes in there, and then they make it into these types of journals. And then I just like the decoration that's on this particular brand of tea, Celestial. They're all really cool. So I didn't bother to cover that up. I just painted the inside and then glued it onto another piece of paper.
Peggy and Katie both said at the same time that they used the huge political ones that came in the mail during the last election.
Yeah, and there was plenty, and they were big. And this is the thing to a French fries. Like Wendy's, it folds up, and the other side somewhere over here. You can don't dismiss nothing. Then here's just a plain old envelope, paint it up, and there's the other side of that.
Hey, Tina.
So that gives you stuff to think about. Do you want the actual packaging to be obvious, or do you want to end up hiding it? Now, see, this was cool just the way it was. This was some advertising that came in the mail. And I thought, oh, that looks cool just like that. I don't have to cover that up at all. And then here's another Wendy's.
Yeah, paper bags are good too. Or those little sleeves they give you cookies in.
Yeah. Another envelope. Another envelope. Okay. So that on all of these, it's like half and half. Some of it's covered up, some of it's not. And then you guys have already seen my favorite one 100 times. But this one is pretty much covered up with things that I like, but it was scraps of stuff that normally you would just throw it away, but like little tiny pieces of anything that you're working on another project. And I just always have this bin of my Asian stuff. So no matter how tiny the little pieces, I just throw it in there, and then I'll come back and add it here and there into, my Asian junk journals. And that's what all this came from.
Peggy said she would like regional food packaging, and she said your junk is regional and would be fun for people to play with.
Yeah, Yeah, that sounds cool. So anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. We are, with all the junk that's in here, we can go all the different ways, or you can even keep it simple and make. If you're if you're like a lot of journals and you like to do make a lot of glue books, you can make oodles of glue books with all of these cardboard pieces and let the packaging be the decoration on your glue books. You won't have to do anything to the front at all. And then you can just put I used to get magazines at the library. Mine the one that's close to me is closed right now. But I like to look for any kind of magazine that are the free handouts, and especially if they're more like on a newsprint as opposed to being the shiny, glossy one. Because if you get, that's what I did. That's what I made this one with, was the newsprint type, and it takes the paint really cool. So I just painted all the pages. You can see the writing through it still, but I just painted all the pages, and then it was ready to receive all the stuff I wanted to glue on there. And you could do that for your glue book. So those just a few of the ideas you'd be thinking about when you start, if you're doing your own collection or if you're adding to the collection that you bought from me. Start thinking what direction you think you might want to go, and that'll make it easier for you to decide, what you want to keep from your own stash of trash and what won't serve your purposes. So, okay, Trashy journal.
Sweepstakes.
Sweepstakes?
All that mail you leave if you're
Yeah.
in that silly sweepstakes, or when you get. I always thought it was so funny. I'd get mail and it would have a nickel glued to it. Or, I'm like, okay, thank you for the nickel.
Yeah, and then there's some companies where they have a whole bunch of stamps, like with pictures of dogs or pictures of birds or pictures of kids, because they want you to donate money or something. So they have like oodles of stamps that you can play with. This all back relatively in there. Okay.
Yep, religious medals, and there's so much stuff in my mailbox. It's not even funny. I just don't even know.
Oh, and if you say I don't get any junk mail, go to your local post office, and most people, when they get stuff out of their PO box, they lay it on there on the tables until they come in, and the post office throws them all into the trash. But a lot of people leave them out on top. You can find the coolest magazines and all kinds of stuff that people just don't want, and they leave it there.
That's how they used to do in the apartment complex. In the mail room, they'd have that big trash can, and people would just, they just dump it. I mean, that's a good place to do it if you're going to do it, but
yeah,
it's everything.
Yeah. But every time you go in there, there's a nice little pile at the end of this big pretty table. People's junk mail that I guess they think might be interesting to people, which I thought that was kind of, I'm not really sure where that perspective is coming from, but I'm not going to argue with it. There's usually some cool stuff there. All right. And I made enough noise, you guys. Oh, now I don't have a bag to put all this in because I tore that bag up I had to really rip it apart. Okay, so that is what was in my package.
So apparently some of those things you were destined to keep.
Oh, please. I mean, it's more like it's haunting me. Hey. Whoa, hello. That's more like a haunt.
That's that last Cantha quilt pack.
Yeah. Here's another one that's pure trash. It's got all the gum wrappers in there. The gums are gone, of course, but the wrappers are there. That's so cute. Little takeout. Sometimes you have to look, does it move? Or it's all very interactive, these things. Does that come out? See, I don't even know if it comes. I guess not. It just moves.
Yeah, I did the same thing, Peggy. My cable company gave me $10 off a month if you didn't get a bill in the mail. I was like, okay.
And this is a lid to a tin can.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was clever. There you go.
Ooh, ginger snaps and coffee.
So just another few examples to get your
Good night, Linda. Have a good evening.
To get your juices flowing.
I started buying mine, Peggy, in the plastic cups.
Oh, I forgot that. There's still more. Oh. Okay.
Geisha wallpaper trim.
Say what?
Oh, it looked like it's a little girl. Oh, it's the little people of the land.
It's the little people of the land.
It's a small world.
Yeah. You can sing it. It's okay.
Uh-oh, you froze on me. Exactly. You froze. That's the stillest I've ever seen. There you go. You were frozen. Uh-oh. Where'd she go?
Uh-oh.
I hear you. Bye, Vicky. Thanks for coming. Uh-oh. I didn't hear Timber. Hey, Nancy. Hello. All I see is sweet gum. Oh, Deneva still sees her. Must not be live.
Whoa! Oh, it wouldn't let me come, and it wouldn't let me come, and finally. Oh my goodness. That was weird.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know if they could still hear me or
I couldn't hear you. So I figured you couldn't hear me. So I went out and came back in. It still wouldn't do anything. So I went back out again and back in the second time, and then finally. But I had a little message there. It says you may have a unstable internet. Well, yeah, I guess so. If you're disconnecting me.
I thought maybe the tree came down.
Oh,
Hey,
Kat said
Dina.
they could hear us. Good thing we didn't say anything naughty.
Okay, they could hear me, but
Oh, they could hear you. They just couldn't hear me.
I couldn't even see you.
Yeah, I couldn't see you either. It was all black.
Yeah, I just all of a sudden put my good thing I had my camera turned off.
Okay, ladies, anything else? My mind is spent.
That's because you stressed yourself out.
I stressed myself out and I got one more day of this shenanigans. Oh my goodness. Yes, Anne. That's right. I was bad to the universe. We chopped down a tree. It was either me or the tree, though. You know what I'm saying?
So, did you ever get any flowers after Valentine's Day?
No, it was frozen here. Remember? We couldn't even leave the house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was like the deep freeze.
Oh, that's right.
So I was really disappointed and bummed about that. Oh, they said the audio sounds kind of weird. So maybe it's all messed up. I don't know. Yeah, tree stuff. Yeah, Jane, you weren't here for the whole long-winded story at the beginning, but okay, here's the Reader's Digest version. We had to get some trees down. I didn't want them all down, but we had to because they got way too big and they were encroaching on the roof of our house. And my husband was afraid because we live in tornado country that if they like fell, we'd be dead. So, after long negotiations, he said I could keep one tree because I like to do my eco printing with that one particular leaf. Fast forward to today, the one tree that was going to stay, as the gentleman was trimming some stuff on it and kind of topping it off the top and trying to do his thing, and he pulled, and the tree fell over. The whole entire tree fell over from the ground. There's no stump, there's no nothing. It's kaboom. My husband looks at me while the tree is he looks at me like good thing there wasn't a tornado, huh? Good thing it was on a little line and he was pulling it in a certain direction, huh? Anyway, so that made me obviously nervous. And while the guy was cutting the top part, it was making me nervous because he's up there. I mean, it just, I don't know. Most things don't make me nervous like that, but this particular thing did. I don't know why. I guess because before the tree fell down, I envisioned the tree falling down on me. And so yesterday, tree number one went down. Today, tree number two that wasn't supposed to go down went down. And tree number three is halfway chopped. So there's no way my husband's going to let me save any of those trees because we saw how quickly that tree came down. So anyway, so between the tree falling, the man, anyway, I was a bundle of nerves. And like I said, usually I can take that kind of stuff, take it all in kind of stride. But I don't know. I got a little unnerved today. There goes my eco business. Oh, well, fortunately, I got plenty of other trees to choose from, but that was one of my favorites. It just prints so beautifully. Boo hoo, what am I going to do? Oh, well, but at least I'm going to survive the next tornado. I know, Kathy, but didn't those trees look healthy? All the new leaves were coming out and oh man. So now okay, so listen to this, guys. You'll appreciate this. So now that area is like totally empty because what filled it up with those big giant trees between the two houses. So it's empty. So my husband comes in here and he's looking. Remember now, we had the sale last night. So everything was everywhere and I was packing stuff and I had the printouts and I had the postage and I had my own assembly line going on today doing because I did all that for you guys today too. Everything's gone out in the mail, you guys. So he comes in here and he just shake every time he comes in, he just shakes his head. And he says, "Are you sure you don't want to put a shed between the two houses? Because now we have room." Oh my gosh. Oh.
There you go, Peggy. Write it off as a business loss. It affected your eco dying.
That's right. So anyway, that's just too funny. So now, what's today? Thursday. Oh, he won't be done until probably late tomorrow. um, but anyway, I want to go get another tree. I'm not going to put it here. We have an empty lot next door to us. So, if I put a tree on one end, even if it grows, 100 feet and falls over, it's not going to bother me. It's not going to hit me. There's no power lines over there. It's not going to hurt nobody. So I want a beech tree. Isn't that the leaf that somebody told me when I showed it? Somebody says, "Oh, that's from the beech tree." Am I remembering that right, Susan?
I remember y'all talking about a beech tree.
I think it's the one that I really liked. It's just a very, nondescript leaf. It's green, but during the fall, it turns this really pretty purple. But when I eco print with it, it's just gorgeous. Even when it's purple, it prints green, and I've never had a leaf that prints green. And I'm in this group with eco printers, and they say the hardest thing for them to find anything that'll print green. And that beech tree in the fall, not in the spring or the summertime, but when it's already turned into the purple, it prints a beautiful green. So I want one of those. I want one of those trees. So I'm going to go on the hunt. I know they have one at the county courthouse, but I don't have to go down there to go get my leaves all the time.
And you still got to get your, what is the bush that you want?
Yes, the
Ash or
no, it's not the burning bush, but it's something like that.
Yeah.
I forget the name. Oh, those ladies there, they know it. They laugh at me every time because I forget the name of it. But
mine is blank.
I know I'm blank. That's for sure.
Smoke bush or
yes, that's it. That's why I always think it's a fire, but it's a smoke bush, I think. So I went a couple of years ago when somebody sent me just a piece of one and I printed with it. It was beautiful. I went to go look for them and I only found them in one place. And I was like, I guess I had my mindset was being super cheap, I guess, because they wanted like $39 for one of those bushes and it was only like in a gallon can. And I said, $40 for a gallon can? What is wrong with you, Rosemary? You're not. And then what do? We run around and we go buy stupid glue and paper for just as much money when I could have had that bush and it could be 2 years old already and I'd have that beautiful flaming bush.
yeah.
So I'm going to get it this year. And, Artie has what? She has a broom bush. A broom bush. Pretty orange. Ooh, that sounds pretty. So I want to get the beech tree and I want to get that flaming bush. And yeah, I want at least one of each. I'm going to break down, pay whatever it costs.
Make sure it has deep roots.
It has deep roots. Yes, Leslie, it's that smoking bush. Scottish broom. What's that?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's the broom brush.
Is it a bush? See, there's a lot of pretty plants out there, but they don't print pretty. It's very deceiving. They don't print the color that their leaves are. It's completely almost flip-floppy. So it's kind of hard to decide what to get.
So have you ever printed with morning glories?
Yes, and those are cheap.
Yeah, but don't put them in your yard because they'll take over your grass.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, at least bushes aren't going to. That's right. Exactly. Yeah. And then a lot of people have told me that they have never seen um the sweet gum tree as big as ours because on the little tag it said 20 feet. That puppy must be 50 feet, at least 50 feet. Um, so I think that contributed to the fact that it wasn't very stable because I don't think it's meant to grow that tall. So it got so tall that it just completely, literally uprooted.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
gosh. It is crazy. But and the man, oh, I'm telling you. Okay, that particular one, like I said, we were gonna keep that one tree. And when that tree came down, he got up, he came over to my little porch here, sat on the porch and put his head down. And at the same time we're walking out because we heard thump, thump, thump. And we go out there and he looks at me, goes, "Are you mad at me? Because I know you wanted that tree so bad." I said, "No, I'm not mad at you." I said, "A matter of fact, I'm thankful because that could have been us under the tree some night if it came down that easy, you know." But he was really, he was really, for a while, he was pretty upset with himself. I said, "No, no, 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 no. Don't worry about it." So yeah, Susan says hers were big. Yeah, but when it's funny because you read the tag and it tells you, so you know where to plant it and how close and all that stuff. And I don't believe those tags anymore at all.
But ours wasn't that tall, and I mean, it was there for, geez, years.
Tina, no, I don't know if that's what it's named after, Tina. Um, um, I don't know where it got its name. I call it the burning bush. It's not even called the burning bush. What's it called?
Smoke bush.
Smoke bush. I just call it the burning bush because I can never remember because I can never remember the real name.
Hey, Allie.
I'm real slow that way, you guys. Oh, but the plant, it's nothing that spectacular. I think the leaves start off green. Also, this particular bush, it starts off green, I think, and then it turns, that reddish type purplish kind of color. But it just has this very unique, um, whatever's inside that plant just prints so beautifully. And then it also in the springtime, it shoots out this kind of like a spray of pinkish, purplish flowers. It's very delicate and it just doesn't last, very long, just, during the springtime. And those also print beautifully. So I really want to try and take advantage of that.
Dang, Peggy, 100-foot oak tree. She's had 100-foot oak tree fall across the whole length of her house in '95.
Oh my gosh. See, we've got a pecan tree behind us that is, I don't even know. We topped it off 2 times already to a certain point. It's humongous. And our neighbors behind us, um, well, she's deceased, but she was 105. So had been there forever. And some year, I don't remember what year, like a single digit number. I don't know when this was, but she was young. And some tornado came through this town. And she said that pecan tree, literally the top of the pecan tree, was bent over, touching the ground. That's how fierce the winds were. And so she says, "I think it's got good roots."
Yeah,
I think so. I don't think I'm going to worry about that one so much.
it says a smoke tree grows to a height of 10 to 15 feet.
Oh, I didn't even know it was a tree. They sell it like as a bush. Are there two?
Hang on. There's a tree and a bush.
Oh no, which is the one I need?
Well, the smoke bush I see has like pink, wispy.
Yeah, that's what comes out in the spring. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so it's the bush I want, right?
yeah. Smoke bush, Continus Cogigria is a deciduous shrub, also known as the royal purple smoke bush.
Oh.
Yep.
Good night, Candy. Thank you for joining the craziness.
Candy. Trying to see.
Okay. Elaine says they come in all colors. What are we talking about? Yes, it does, Peggy. It does. Well, I don't know if the tree does, but for sure the bush does. And you know the way they say things, I bet you that bush grows in, well, if you don't trim it back, I bet you it grows into a tree.
Yeah,
I
messy,
bet you
fuzzy
did.
flowers. That's what I see on this one.
Yeah.
That's the
That for
kind that
sure.
when it rains, it gets on your car, and when the sun comes out, it bakes it into your paint.
Oh no. Well, we have our truck in the garage and our truck's a mess anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're all good. I can handle it. Smoke bushes. Oh, they come in all colors?
That's what we had growing up, a mimosa tree.
Oh
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Our neighbor had a mimosa tree. It almost ruined our vehicle. They
But I
chopped it.
remembered it used to have those like little pea pods, and it had the little flat.
I love those little
You let
pea
them
pods.
dry, and we would make the necklace out of the brown seeds.
I love those little pea pods. You know, they make a really cute dragonfly when you cross them.
Ah,
Don't take the seeds out, just the pods.
yep.
Yeah, they make really cool dragonflies. Yeah.
But those are messy, trashy
Okay, so
trees.
Elaine says that the smoke bushes come in various colors. Yeah, Suzanne, yeah, helicopters. That's you can make those too. Cool. Well, ladies,
Well, then maybe you ought to go to the nursery tomorrow and not be home when the trees are falling.
that's a good idea. That is actually an excellent idea. Just get out of here and hope my house is intact. Well, see now the one that I'm worried about. Yeah. Oh, she got 2 catalogs. um, the one that he's now cutting in the front. If he doesn't do it just right, he could knock over our whole privacy fence. That's what I'm nervous too. That's why I was watching him out the window, like, oh my gosh. One of the limbs already fell on the privacy fence and broke one of the pieces of board, which is no big deal. You just replace it. But to show that he came that close.
Ooh, can you eco die with bugs?
Bugs.
Peggy said we are getting cicadas in May. Can you use the
Oh
skeletons?
no. I could use skeletons, definitely. Just save them, put them in a bag. Let them dry out. Mail them to me. You got my address. We're gonna encausticize them.
Ooh,
That would be cool.
they're
Yeah,
so delicate.
but if I leave, then that means I'm leaving my husband alone with that guy. My husband will probably get all nervous. I'm not letting him know I'm nervous. I'm calming my husband. Honey, he knows what he's doing. Leave him alone. It's okay. He's the tree whisperer. Leave him alone. It's all gonna be okay.
Oh no. Peggy said she will shovel some into a bag for you.
Oh no, that bad.
She said they're the epic center for them. Maryland is.
Oh no. My sister-in-law lives in Maryland. Baltimore to be precise. Somewhere in Baltimore. I don't know where.
My brother-in-law is from Maryland.
Oh.
Westernport, Maryland.
My funnest eating experience was in Maryland. I don't remember where we were. My sister-in-law was getting married and they had their, I don't know, what do you call it? Before the wedding dinner.
Reception? Or no, the
No, the
shower?
before. No, not even a shower. It was just a couple of nights before the wedding, and they got the whole family together to go some cool place to go eat. And it was down by the ocean, of course. And they had these big old tables with like butcher paper on them, and they would just come with all the seafood and throw it on the table. and then everybody is fighting over, and it just kept coming. It never ended. I don't know what that guy paid for that particular meal, but there was probably like 25 of us. And you know how some guys can eat. They never stopped, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. They had all kinds of the crustacean types of food. Just they would boil it, throw it on the table, and when it got all saturated, they just rolled up all the paper with all the pieces parts that was all left over, threw it in the thing, put new paper, and threw some more down. That was the most fun I ever had. Yeah, Jane, that must have been what it was. I had no idea.
And with the new potatoes and the corn on the cobs in it.
Not in the throw, but they had them in bowls. They didn't get that sloppy, but almost.
Oh no, because it all comes from the same pot here for crawfish.
Well, they didn't, but I guess they just didn't throw it that way.
Yeah.
I guess it was a little nasty to do it that way. They probably separated it. I don't know. They were a little civilized. But that must have cost that guy a pretty penny because we were there for hours. Hours.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. All right, ladies, we're gonna let you go early. We're gonna let Susan go early. I'm gonna go see, what condition my husband is in.
Roulette les bon bâtons. Let the good times roll.
Hello. Oh. So I'll keep you guys informed if I go get my plants and what I find.
Yay.
And I have to get a bunch of what are those things called? Oh dear, I forgot the name of it. Marigolds? Is that what they're called? Just those little simple yellow flowers. Are those marigolds?
Mums?
No, marigolds. Yes,
Okay.
no. I don't know. I think it's marigolds. Usually people put them in their garden because bugs don't like, they're not friendly to bugs. But anyway, they print beautifully. So, and they're very prolific if you just give them a little bit of fertilizer, they just grow all summer long. So I'm going to get a few of those, and that'll be
Patricia.
Patricia. Is she coming or going? We're going, Patricia. Yeah, marigolds. See, Jane knows what I'm talking about. Oh, Leslie does too. See, everybody but me knows. But anyway, those are really good to print with, and they're really cool if you're going to make your own paper. And this summer, I'm making some of my own paper. Oh, sorry, Susan. But before I go, Susan's going. She's always going, and she never leaves. Listen. I have a gazillion, you guys, I want feedback from you guys. I have a gazillion ideas of things to do. There aren't enough months in the year to do it for the caboodles. There's not enough time. I don't want to be every night, doing lives. There's just so much time and so much everything. But I do have a lot of cool projects I'd like for us to do. So I was thinking of making some mini classes. These are going to be paid classes. Let me make this clear. But they're going to be like maybe $20 as opposed to the 60, 80, 90, 100 and something classes. They're going to be short and succinct, but they're going to be projects that I would really like for you guys to be involved in. Like certain things to do with metal, and tin and different ways of doing, maybe working with not necessarily encaustic, but beeswax and cool stuff to do with that, and to incorporate in our journal making and things like that. So I was thinking, okay, for me, for time wise, it'd be very simple for me at any time of the day or night, because I'm up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, to film a class. It might be an hour or 2 hours long that shows the process of this particular project that we would do. And then you'd have it at your disposal. And then, so when I talk about it, they go, well, how do you do that? And how do you do that? And some of those things I just can't show you in 2 seconds. You really have to be taught how to do it. And I just don't have always the time to do that. So I thought incorporating that and doing stuff like that. So it's just a thought. If nobody's even interested, then it's not really worth my time to film these things. But if it's something you guys think that, yeah, for, a really inexpensive price, yeah, I would want to learn that. And me, I'm going to teach you everything anyway, even if you're not getting like a big giant full course. I just won't do all the dramatics that the other instructors do to get all dramatic about it. I'll just show you how to do it, what it looks like, and how you can incorporate it into your journals. And I think that would be kind of fun. But anyway, I'm just putting that out there. See if you guys think that it's something that you might be interested, because there's a lot of things that I would like to do, but the way I kind of backed myself into the corner with these kits, I'm like one a month, right? And it's not practical to do more than one a month. As far as you guys purchasing. But if, like, for instance, there's times where the caboodle kit is just not nothing you're interested in, or you have everything, but there's a technique you'd like to learn in greater detail, well, then that month you don't get the kit, and maybe you go and get whatever it is I'm teaching that month, and take the class. So just a thought. And if you think it's interesting, throw me out ideas of things that you would like to learn more in detail, as opposed to just a real quickie, like we have to do on our videos sometimes. Anyway, I threw that out there. You guys think about it. Let me know next time we get together, and we'll go from there. Okay, say goodnight, Susan, before I say anything else.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good evening.
I'm going to try.
Go relax.
I will.
All right, bye.
Good night.